Welcome back. In the last video we saw hello world program. Now in this video we will see the data types, how to define a variable, constant, and we will run the program. So data type, like any other programming language, Go language supports Boolean, numeric, string, and derived data types. Boolean are true and false. Number, you have integer and float. Number has like signed and unsigned numbers. String is value encoded into the double quotes. And derived types like array, slice, map, interface, and structure. So we will see those later on. So let's jump to the code and see how does the variable and constants are being defined into the Go language, and then we will run the program. So last time we saw the hello world program, so that's still here. Entire code base will be available under the GitHub repository. So I will make sure I'll share the link in the description. So let's go to the variable and how do we define a variable. So before we jump into the actual variable declaration, let's see how the program is. Again, it is structured in a four different section. First is a package package declaration. Second is importing the required package, which is the FMT, that is a formatting package, which provides the printing method on the terminals. And then we have the main method, which is the starting point for the program execution, and then we have some method. So let's go to the main method. Before jumping into the main method, here I have declared the variable a of where is the keyword or defined internal keyword, which tells that this is the variable of a integer type, and we are assigning a value 20 to it. So here is the first data type. We said the Boolean. So again, the syntax is var, variable name, and data type. So there are two ways we can define a variable. One is a static declaration and second is a dynamic declaration. So under the static declaration, you can define a variable first, like this, where fname is a first name and of a string data type, and then you assign a value to a variable fname. That's one way. And the second way, you can define a variable at the same time you can assign a value to it. That is where age integer type equal to 30. That's one way of defining a variable. And second is your dynamic type declaration variable. Dynamic is your lname colon equals to the last name. So this is when we say it is a dynamic declaration, while compiling the program decides what type of whatever the value is been assigned to a variable, it decides and assigns the particular data type to a variable. So we have first name, age, and last name. We are printing that using the fmt package, fmt.printf, which formats a string and prints the value on the terminal. And second is println. It prints the value on a new line, and we are printing the value of age. So let's go and see the next section, which is here. Up till now we saw the static type declaration, which is define a variable data type and then assign a value. Similarly, we can define more than, if we have more than one variable of the same data type, we can define in this way: a, b, and c are of a integer data type, and then later on we can assign a value to them. So we can print the values of those variables. So here I'm calling the method sum, which accepts the two value of integer type and returns value to a variable c. So let's go and see how the method declaration is being done. So function is the func is the keyword to define a function. Name of a function: a and b are of same data type. If let's say if I'm having a and b are a different data type, let's say a is of a string, then I have to mention explicitly it is string data type. Okay, but here we have a and b are of the same type, so I can skip the data type here and I can mention here. And int is here, it indicates it is of the value written by the function will be of an integer type. So we are just doing the sum of a and b and returning the value. Here we are printing the values of a and b. So that is our sum method sum. And how do we define a constant? So constant is the keyword defined by the programming language Go, and we are using length and width are two different variable. Again, I'm using the constant declaration standard from the Java and PHP language. So usually we name the variables as a capital variable to specify, like it is a, to identify it is a constant variable. So I'm defining a constant variable length of integer type equals to 10th. So this is how we define a variable of a constant type. Let's connect again on the next video.